Alright, hello everybody, welcome back. It's good to see you guys, and this time with a new screen. I'm on the right side now, away from the action so I don't block anything with my fat head, but it's good to see you on a nice little Friday. New Limbus Company content today. We're reacting to Limbus Company Bus regular checkup with a bunch of lore drops, hopefully for the other departments as well. I'm very excited because a lot of people thought this was going to be just some notes. I was very set on the idea this is going to be an intervalo. And so I'm very happy to say this is chapter 7.5. It is confirmed an intervalo, I guess. Here we go. And we can, let's react to it all the way through the first time. And then I will go through and, analyze the scenes to the best of my ability. Here we go. Face the sin, save the ego. Virgilius says, oh, Virgilius, he's not talking. It's like lobotomy. What is this style? New identity. Lantern Yi-sung. LCE. It's the E-Team's Yi-sung. It's an ego and not an, sorry, it's an ID and not an ego. So you get the full kit of the fairy guy. It's a hammer. It looks so good, actually. He has some. Okay. Oh my god! Wait, look at that thing. Okay, subject. Oh. Stop. Stop! It's a side ponytail. Oh my god, she's Angela. That's insane. What is that weapon? Is it like a polearm? But it is the Ardor Blossom Star. Oh. She does the ego attack with her as an ID? Oh, it is an ego. No, it is an ID, sorry. Yeah, she does an ego attack with her ID. Might be an install. Okay. Okay. Hohenheim? Who the? Yo, what? Okay. We have to watch this back afterwards. There's so much more, and a new ego as well. Thoracalgia. Thoracalgia Ryoshu. Oh my god. It's the we actually got him as an ego. I was like, he seems so familiar. We actually got him as an ego. That's insane, dude. Oh, it looks really great. Okay, I have to take a look at this. I have to take a look at all this dialogue as well. What is this? It's like the Doom. We're playing Doom? Is there like a new game mode? Okay. Oh, okay. There's a lot to break down here. There's so much to look at. Okay. I am. Sorry, guys. I was trying to break it down like while watching it, but I physically couldn't say much. Just looking at all the frames. Okay, so from the beginning, Virgilius says, yes, I knew that this day would eventually come. In other words, Faust says in other words, it's time for Limbus Company's LCB regular checkup. So there's something about today that, I don't know, maybe he was dreading. Like, he's like, oh, we have to go here and do a checkup event. So it's something, a company policy thing that Virgilius knew existed, but he didn't really want to do. So it's either troublesome, or it could prove to be dangerous, or something like that. Like maybe extra work, or maybe perhaps it's because Virgilius broke his contract already, and so he is kind of unsure, or he's he doesn't want to go back to see the rest of the company because he's been dodging their DMs. Perhaps that's the case. Okay, starting with LCE E.G.O Lantern. Rest a while here, dear fellow. And now that you are indeed here, you will assist me in organizing this experiment data. Okay, so this is LCE version of E.G.O. And LCE is not the same as LCB. LCB is the bus guys. This is an alternate version of E.G.O. that works for the LCE. And it seems like LCE E.G.O. Extraction Lantern as an ID, as in like E.G.O. gear. So if you play Lobotomy Corporation, basically when you work on abnormalities, you get their gear in the form of E.G.O. And in this game, E.G.O. is a special attack. In that game, E.G.O. is just strictly gear, basically. A weapon and an armor. And so what you're seeing here is what I'm getting the idea is that LCE seems to be a branch of Lobotomy or a Limbus company that is doing what Lobotomy Corporation did, which is working on the Abnos to get their gear, to like power up their sinners, or their employees, I should say, since they're more like nuggets. So perhaps we're going to learn more about this. It kind of seems like Limbus company is trying to just like strictly replace, like straight up replace Lobotomy Corp. Now that we see that they have a Lobotomy Corp branch, basically, this is what they were doing before. I mean, granted, Ian was doing this strictly for, you know, the gas, and the gear came with it. But it seems like maybe E stands for extraction, and so Lobotomy Corp, Limbus Company extraction team. So their job is strictly to extract the egos, like the egos. It could be. A lot of information just from this like one frame. Okay, a two-hitter. Lantern ego extraction probably means rupture support, I would like to assume. There's a two-hitter, probably his skill 1 as a two-hitter. Okay, this is his skill 2, which is the lanterns, the fairy lantern's rupture attack, the one that hits from the ground. Really cool. Okay, and then there's the bind. Then the lantern applies. I'm hoping to see the lantern's like little nullifying effect. The lantern, the abnormality associated with lantern, the fairy king or whatever his name is, he has a effect that charms an enemy that makes their slot like basically unusable. I would like to maybe see like that being applied to Yi-Song's lantern as well. Okay, he takes a hit. It's a counter. It's a regular counter, and it seems like also he applies aggro to himself, like very heavy aggro. And you can see in this frame, it's him, and it's the new ID for Faust, plus the Ryoshi who gets an ego, and Don Quixote, who is also seemingly here. Perhaps something relevant? Let's record this to state that this is an excellent success. Exceptional coordination with equipment. And yeah, so it seems from his dialogue that this LCE Corp, or the LCE branch, is specifically catering towards doing research that Lobotomy Corporation did. And because coordination with the equipment and like how well you sync with the equipment is also Lobotomy Corporation's research as well. Okay, and he dies, but he becomes this thing. And the thing about the Fairy King, I don't know if this like is going to be similar, but the Fairy King also has a self-resing effect. Once you break him, he like goes into hiding and then comes back. So maybe we'll see that with Yi-Song as well. Maybe we'll see that he resurrects from the ashes. Like maybe perhaps he doesn't swap out, but he stays as like a puddle, and then like in a few turns time he resurrects. I think that would be really cool. Maybe like a once per encounter thing. And look, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And they have the armbands, which is not the same as everyone else who has like little badges. Do they all have armbands like this? Huh, interesting. And like LC what is it? LCB? No, LCC. LCC B? I think LCCBE. No, yeah, LCCB and LCCA, those teams have like the word clear on their uniforms. I mean, I guess obviously because they can't wear their own uniforms, and their uniforms are more dictated towards what E.G.O gear they wear. They have to wear armbands, just like Lobotomy Corporation as well. That's really cool.
개체의 전투 위협도 다소 높음.
Okay. Oh, it's the Angela hair. She has the singular side ponytail. I thought it was pigtails at first, but now looking at it again and looking at the placement, this is a singular side ponytail that is reminiscent of Angela. Are they trying to say that Faust is like Angela, or like, you know, maybe Angela is the Gesellschaft or whatever, like she's become that, or they've harvested her and made her that, and that Faust is like one piece of that, kind of like a you know, Farina situation. Perhaps maybe Faust is like the you know, the part that Angela broke off as a like self-preservation tactic and like hid herself inside Faust. And so I mean, maybe perhaps Faust's like story is that she rises and like remembers that she is Angela. You know what I mean? And perhaps she has his haircut in this version because she's closest to being Angela, working as Lobotomy Corporation, basically. And that's an interesting, like a very interesting choice, because I feel like everyone's going to know that. That's my crack theory. My crack theory is that the Gesellschaft is the harvested version of Angela, and then as in like a use for their own purpose. And Faust is like whatever remains of Angela's plan to revive herself. Let's see. Subject's engagement threat, moderately high. However, considering its self-destructive nature under specific circumstances. Yeah, so they're oh, she's so cute. They're doing work on these abnos, it seems. The same way the Lobotomy Corporation did. Because they have threat levels and also like taking notes of how they react. Okay. Ardor Blossom Moth, final destination, VOV 5. Wow, it's a VOV E.G.O or a VOV Abno. So pretty strong. VOV is like second highest. So it's a very, very strong. We're already at the point of using VOV, huh? I mean, I guess we are using VOV E.G.Os, but like it kind of gives the strength of the sinners in mind. I would say we're like getting up there now. At the beginning, I would say we're not even close to even like a, you know, grade 9 fixer. But nowadays, I think we're like above halfway to being like the regular fixer scale. Maybe like 5, like, you know, grade 5 fixers would be our category right now. It's kind of hard to say. Okay, the regular attack. She has like a polearm or like some kind of sword. Oh, it's like a dagger that like grows in size. It's a gorgeous looking ID, by the way. It's like a long. Oh, it grows into a polearm. It's a dagger because she holds it with one hand in a previous frame, but now it turns into like some kind of like almost like a naginata or something similar, or like a guandal. Okay, a 2 hits, a 3 hits. It seems to be like an expanding weapon. See, right here she holds it and it's a very short shaft. And this is the Ardor Blossom Star E.G.O attack that Ishmael also has. Maybe her S3 empowered. Using this experience as a lesson, perhaps it would be wise to raise the ceilings of experiment sector somewhat. I see. Very interesting. E.G.O synchronization rate normal. Subject behavior pattern extraction complete. Yeah, so it seems like the handle expanded this weapon. It's somewhat like a curved, like almost like a small short sword or a dagger, a long dagger, and then it grows into the size of a polearm. Which is a very cool weapon idea. Very, very sick weapon idea. And then here's the new character, Hohenheim, who seems to be, he kind of gives me with these nails, like a Frankenstein, right? So kind of like Stein with his like slim figure, it does reminisce of Stein from like Soul Eater. Very sick. Given that no one appears to be willing to introduce me, allow me the liberty of self-introduction. My name is Hohenheim, and the chief researcher of this company. Yeah, so he's like some mad scientist type. He's got nails all inside him. He's like, you know, he wants to be a scientist. Just to get, about to get, sorry, what did he say? Just about ready to get violent with some bastard. Let's get on with it, so we can get back. And then the new E.G.O. is the Thoracalgia. Thoracalgia, I was like trying to figure out who this was, but this is the Abno from the Mirror Dungeon. Like the boss of in the hospital wing. I can't read what that says because it's so red. So let's see. Resentment, penitence, and all of it to no avail. I was only reaching out of grasp onto something, anything. Oh, maybe perhaps. I mean, it also kind of like is reminiscent. It is from the hospital branch, but it is also kind of reminiscent of Repenting's murderer, the murderer ID. Oh, but yes, this skull is from the Mirror Dungeon. So that's how you know who this is. I was like, who is this? But now with the skull, it's clear. And she has like these 3 claws that she uses as like a. It's a gorgeous E.G.O. It's a gorgeous E.G.O. I breathe in, I breathe out, but it won't stop hurting. I don't know why the quality is low. It seems to hit. Let's see. Like, how many does it hit? It seems to be a ripping ID. So, I mean, this is the hospital, so it seems to be bleed. Like, so 1 rupture, 1 burn, 1 bleed, it seems to be. And this is an E.G.O, so it's fine. And Ryoshu has what? Red eyes? E.G.O? Or, yeah, red eyes E.G.O ID. And so I guess she could use that as part of the team. I mean, if this gives a lot of bleed counts, I think you could see this possibly being on the team of main string for sure. And it seems to be, I mean, it's indiscriminate, so Yisong is in there taking some damage, but it hits quite a few number targets, not bad. Very well. Our first task shall be to assess your abilities in response to emergency situations. Okay, so we see Honglu and Sinclair duking it out with some of the low-grade Abno Tarantula, whatever they're called. I seem to have forgotten something quite important. I have to establish prior to beginning the test in earnest. I need an assistant. And now we see this screen, which is it's like the low poly. Oh, dude, what? Hold on, my thing disconnected. There we go. Sorry, I don't know how long I've been die, but there we go. We're back. It's a very low poly, kind of Doom-esque or like Wolfenstein. And yeah, they're coming at you, but like you can't shoot them really, right? So, you know, I mean, in recent times, this is obviously this same art style. It's like mouthwashing or something like that. But yeah, very Doom-esque with the way the head bobs. I need someone to help me smooth out testing procedures. Oh, it's so fast. I would like one of you to be my assistant for the duration of this checkup. Yes, you are good man. Yes, you, good man. Is Heathcliff the checkup assistant? The super violent, forceful guy is going to be the guy who doesn't get to use force at all? I think that's amazing. Finally, we have enough data to compare your pre-employment status to those of your current selves. Okay, so now we can finally get to see how strong they've grown. I'm going to eat this up, guys. Now, are we all ready to hear the results? Eyes forward now. I'd like to get this over with just as much as you do. They're going to rank the sinners. We finally have a power ranking of the sinners. Because now we can see all the results and we'll see how strong they are versus their their past self versus their current self. Although I feel like maybe Don Quixote is like not going to be lower because he's holding back. Okay. Oh my goodness. 23rd. That's next week. I mean, I guess it's true. It is a trailer for this day. Wait, we're like racing towards the 8th chapter, huh? That's amazing. Oh my goodness. Okay, man. Okay. So that's the trailer. There's a lot of it's only like 3 minutes long, but there's so much to think about. Yeah, man. If you guys have any thoughts as well, that maybe something I missed in in the fray of all the information, I only looked it over like twice, so I definitely missed some stuff, some like little tidbits or notes or Easter eggs. Leave them down in the comments below as well. And if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. Thank you. See you guys later.